Hi again, everyone. It's me again with my cameo collection. I hope you're all doing well. Um, since I got some new additions to my collection recently, I thought I'd do a very little short new video for you guys to show you the new ones I got. I would like to apologize again for my hands, having really severe psoriasis at the moment. I can't do any treatments, because I'm having some special creams applied, and yeah, the hands have to be treated like that. I'm not even allowed to put nail polish on, so I really apologize for my hands. But anyway, I wanted to show you the really new ones I got. It's 4 new ones I had presented to you. This one in my last video. This one was unset, and I had it set about like 2 months ago, or yeah, almost 2 months ago. It's a very, very special cameo. I hope you can see it well. I had found this cameo depicting Psyche at a jeweler that who had done some repair work for me, and he had many old unset cameos in his safe. And here in Switzerland, they are not really well known and not really popular. So you can barely see them unless it's at an antique shop from estate sales, or when someone dies and has a little collection. But it's really unusual to see them anywhere in windows or in shops. And I had a look at all the cameos he had that were unset, and all of them were brand new, because this jeweler has family business, for like over 100 years, and those cameos from the turn of the century, like period of I don't know, 1880s, 1890s, up to 1920s, turn of the century antique style or period ones, brand new, and just put in storage like that from day one. And when he showed me these cameos, I really fell in love with this one, which was really the best of them. It's really, really big. You can see I measured for you American people. I have a ruler with inches, and it's almost 2.5 inches without the bail. It was brand new, and the shell is a sardonyx helmet shell. It's dark, as you can see, with the typical color, and the carved figure in the helmet shell is white and really bright snow white, without any coloration from the shell like you see in a carnelian helmet shell. I took this one to my favorite jeweler who has a talent for these special things or unusual things. I'm sorry for the light. You can see her better. And we designed this frame together. I wanted something rather plain and silver, because, in gold it's way too expensive. Silver already is expensive. Switzerland is really, really expensive for everything. And we designed this with, since you can see the little It's very hard to tell. Sorry. You can see her little wings, the butterfly wings. Maybe you can see it better on the translucent butterflies she has on her shoulder. You can see the little dots in the wings of the butterfly with little stripes, and he translated this into these beautiful ornaments. I hope it's the correct word for these. Like little wings, on top. He created this beautiful veil that is reminiscent of the wing she has here. The shape is almost the same, and the looks like two butterfly wings or a little butterfly on top, I think it's really beautiful. And it's so well done. Very secure. And it stays so nicely when you have this on. It doesn't turn. It's nice and heavy, and it's absolutely, it's really a statement piece. I love to wear this. It looks good on anything you have, on any color really, and it's just so beautiful. I'm really in love with this one. It was very expensive to have it set, but it's such a good quality, kind of really museal, that I just had to do it justice somehow. I don't know if you can really see her well. Sorry, but yeah, about the light. But yeah, anyway. As I said, I paid for the shell, for the cameo itself, only 80 francs. That's roughly $80, $85, something like that, which is really ridiculous. Yeah, she's so beautiful. And then the next one I got, this one I got from a jeweler online. I found this from Germany, Munich. And this is absolutely amazing. This piece is amazing. If I tell you how much I paid this, you would you would faint, because I paid 250 euros. That is, I don't know, in dollars, sorry, maybe $300, or not even. I think it's under $300. But I mean, look at the quality of this cameo. This is an absolutely amazing museal quality cameo. It looks fake because it's so detailed and so well carved. It's really three-dimensional. It's a classic flora. She has a bit of masculine features, which is very typical of the Victorian and Art Nouveau, Art Nouveau period. I would set this maybe even in the 1900 and 1910 period, 1910s, or 1900. I don't know exactly. I mean, I'm not an art historian. I love art history, but, I kind of rely on the paintings by famous painters when they look similar to the style of the cameo. I think it kind of matches the beauty standards of a specific period or era, and then I kind of think it is the correct period, or approximate period. Look at the carving, it's really amazing. She has incredible detail. It's really beautiful. She has little seed pearls, 5, and she has this neoclassical or typical Art Nouveau style frame. Very lovely. And now I will turn it on the back side. It's the only cameo I have that you can turn. You can wear it from the other side if you want. I wouldn't recommend it because the shell is so raised that it's not very comfortable to wear. But you could technically. And the back side is it's technically it's called mourning jewelry. You know, when you had a person die that was dear to you, you would put some hair, a lock, hair lock, or some hair of theirs, or a piece of fabric of something they wore, or a photograph, something that would remind you of them. You would put it in the back, it has usually they have a lid that you can lift, you can change what you put in, or it's permanent. In the beginning of the 19th century, the Napoleonic period, or Georgian period, they would even put hair in the back of the medallion, or the brooch, or the pendant, that would create like a painting, all of it made of hair that they would braid and assemble, that it would create an image, a figure, and a landscape, whatever you can imagine, flowers, and it would all be made of hair. So if I turn this around, you can see it has a glass lid. You can, it's crystal glass, it's pretty heavy, and you can lift this up, the glass. I can't do this now with one hand. And sorry, you can lift this up and you can put something in, and I put a photo of my dad, of my late dad, in it from when he was young. I think it's cute. He was like 25, 26 maybe, around when this was taken. This year my dad would be 98 in May. He was born in 1925. So yeah, I think it's really nice. I could put hair in it or whatever. It could be that this was a brooch at some time, with the needle here attached. But if it had been a brooch at some point in time, it would be hard to lift the lid. But it's possible. You would open the needle of the brooch, set it aside, and then you could open the lid and put whatever you wanted in it and close the brooch. I suspect it could be because you can see on the side these two supports, they're nice and flat. This, by the way, is 14 karat gold. It's through and through, it's solid gold. And the woman who sold it, who had this shop, jeweler shop, jewelry, she only wanted 250 euros. I was so shocked. I asked why, and she said, yeah, that's what it's worth to her. And since since the bale wasn't made of gold and wasn't a good one, it was just a ring, I asked my favorite jeweler if he could create a bale that would match the rest of the cameo. And he came up with this lovely, with this lovely bail to hang as a pendant. You can put it in the back, if you want. It goes into the back. And otherwise, it's nice matching in style, sorry for my clumsy hands. I have to do it with one hand. You can see it now. I put it in the back. And you can just display it if you want in a frame, or just look at it. You can put it in a box and just look at it, to be enjoyed as artwork. Because to me, collecting, having cameos is like having something, piece of art that someone at some point in time created and put his soul into it. It's such an amazing work. I can't believe it. And again, it's 14 carats gold. It's a genuine, again, sardonyx helmet shell. You can see the Snow White figure, and the rest is of the shell is rather dark. It's so beautiful. Again, Flora. And this is the other one. It's so different, if you put them next to each other. Different style. Silver, gold, there's something for every taste. Yeah. Then I got something really interesting that I found on Etsy. It's a really small one, in comparison. You can see how small this is. And I fell in love with this little cameo. It is something very unusual. Maybe you can see it now. It's really hard to show you what it looks like. Sorry. Place this here. And this one on the dark. The darks. No, maybe not. Maybe it's. You can see I didn't rehearse for the video. Here you can see it better, I think, because of the shadow. Yeah, maybe. Sorry. Yeah, it just doesn't work. I don't know if you can see it well. Sorry. So sorry. Maybe now. This is. Now maybe. Now you can maybe see it. This little cameo is of the 1920s. I wished you could see it better. It has such a sweet, sweet face. As you can see, this is Luna, the goddess of the moon of the night. It's a Roman minor goddess. She has a typical classical hairdo of the Roman, antique Roman or Greek ladies with these curls. Often it was wigs they wore back then, in the antiquity period. It's so nice and crisp in detail. Sorry for my pronunciation. And what was interesting is the rather rare subject. But I fell in love with her features, the unusual features. And it was really cheap. It was like $100. and it was completely black and dirty. And the seller wrote it was some kind of a copper metal, but it was totally black, like damage from acid, whatever. And you could lift the little braid here in the frame that you can see the decoration, it was coming off. And it had these deep cuts in the cameo in the shell. So I bought it because of the rarity, and I thought, hey, you can have it restored. I took it to the jeweler again. He loves little challenges. He cleaned it up really nice. You can see now it looks like red gold. And it's really a copper alloy, some kind of a mix of copper. And it was a brooch, but it's so tiny. I asked him if he could polish it and take the needle off and make a pendant out of it, which he did. He added these two little bales in the background that you can't, they are very discreet. And when you pass your little chain through it, it's so nice. The cameo doesn't turn, it stays flat on your chest. It's really, really nice. I wished you could see it better. My phone isn't focusing well. She has these typical features of the 1920s, And the deep cuts, again, they were so bad. You can see it a little. But, when the cameo is like this flat, you can't really tell that they are very deep. And what this jeweler did, I gave him an unset, tiny, small cameo that I have that belonged to a ring I didn't like. And it's like a spare cameo, and he sanded a bit of the shell, which had a similar color, or has a similar color to this, and he kind of filled the deep cracks, the deep cuts with it, so they look less deep and more more leveled out. It looks like natural incisions from the shell. He did such a nice job. It looks natural. It looks a bit like during time, because it's about 100 years old now, that with time it got used and worn out. It doesn't look like it's truly damaged, and the cuts don't really go deep. You can see them a little if you hold it against the light. And the discoloration you see on the here is from the shell, really. At least it's wearable and enjoyable. It's such a nice piece. You can see the little half moon there. I think you say sickle, is that correct? And it's Luna. Luna in Italian means moon. It could be Selene or Selene. Selene, no, sorry. She was the goddess of the night, of dreams and of sleep. It's so lovely. It's rather small, but it looks beautiful on a little gold colored chain. I like the red color of the copper alloy. It looks like red gold. And it's so nicely cleaned. It looks beautiful. And it was saved, At least you can enjoy it and you can wear it. It's so nice. Yeah. And now comes the pièce de résistance. Well, this too is a pièce de résistance, but this one is the newest I got just like a month ago. This one is an amazing cameo. It came in this brand new beautiful case, and it came all the way from Pasadena, California. Yay! Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cameo I found on Etsy. It's, I think, the biggest one I have now. It's gigantic. It's 2.5 inches long. It is an amazing cameo. It's the most expensive cameo I own. Apart from this one is the most expensive if you consider the frame that was, the setting that I had custom made. That alone was really expensive. Plus the cameo is like 1,500. Poor 1,500, But the quality is so beautiful, it's really worth it. And this is about half that, putting it in the $700 to $800 range in value, but it's worth so much more than that. With time you have to know how much they should cost or are worth. You can't just buy anything. And if a seller has something marked with a price that is too high for the value, you can always tell them, explain, and ask for a discount. I was lucky that usually I'm lucky when I try that for a discount. And this seller as well, with a family business on Etsy, they are so nice. And this lady saw or felt that I really fell in love with this cameo and would give it a beautiful home, a permanent forever home. And she put it like $100 off. She gave me a really nice discount on this. I fell in love with this cameo. It is really unique. It has all these beautiful little seed pearls. I'm not a big fan of frames or settings with pearls, but it's kind of really lovely. And it's complete. There's not one missing. The little pearls. It is 10, I think it's 10 carats gold this time. I'm unsure, it could be 14. Yeah, either 14 or 10, I forgot. It's kind of a yellow gold, but it has these reddish tones to it. And the carving, as you can see, is absolutely stunning. It's like brand new. Look at the details, the little oak leaves, the hair, the tiara she's wearing. It's like a little crown tiara, which would either make her Juno, or, for the Romans, Juno, the spouse of Jupiter, therefore the queen of gods, or what is the name in the Greek mythology? Hera, the spouse of Zeus, Zeus or Jupiter, and Hera or Juno, depending on if it's Greek or Roman mythology. I think it's Juno or Hera, but it could be also Aphrodite or Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, because she was depicted as well with a crown or a tiara. But this is so opulent and majestic. I'm sorry. I would definitely think it's Hera or Juno. Absolutely. The style, if you look at her face, for example, this is so typically turn of the century, kind of like Edwardian period or late Victorian. Maybe 1890s or 1910s, I don't know. What makes this cameo special as well, and also a bit more valuable, according to my research I did, is that she is depicted from the back, which is more rare in style. When you look around at cameos, they usually are depicted from the front, like this one. Look at the size difference, if you allow me. Look at the size difference. It's amazing. It's like 2.5 inches. And this one is very big as well. But this is a little bigger. It's amazing. This is a beautiful carnelian helmet shell. You can see the coloration of the different stratae, or the stratae, the levels of the shell, the material. Orangey colors and skin nude colors, peachy tones. The detail is amazing. I mean, look at all the single hair strands in her locks, the little ear here, the earlobe. So beautiful. From the back too, you can see it has a little veil here that you can raise and turn, so you can wear it as a pendant. It turns. There you go. You can wear it as a chain, on a chain, sorry, as a pendant. Or look at how new it is. Or as a brooch. It has a typical turn of the century clasp. Sorry. Now you can see it maybe. With the lever here. Come on, focus. Yeah. And you can see a beautiful etched in signature, which makes it even more valuable, because when the artist signs their work, their carving, it makes it more valuable as a cameo. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a distinct, maybe now you can see it, distinct signature all across. It's like new. It's so beautiful, great quality, and it's absolutely amazing to wear. So beautiful. Yeah, I thought I'd show you these new ones. Always looking for special new pieces, when they become available, because they're so beautiful. They are real works of art, in my opinion. Sorry for my hands again, they're so bad. These pieces are so amazing. I really, really love them so much. And this little one as well. Now, if you can see it, yeah, maybe. Well, you guys, sorry for my bad English, bad pronunciation and the lengthy video. Yeah, always happy to have a little chat with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed looking at some more nice pieces. I wished these artists knew how appreciated their beautiful work is, and that there's still people so many years later after they died that absolutely adore what they did. I don't know how many hours that it takes to do something like that, and what you pay is ridiculous. It's really a crazy world. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you for looking again, and have a blessed, beautiful Sunday. Yeah, bye bye.